There is a puzzle in psychology known as the canned laughter problem, which has a deeper and more complex set of implications about men and women in fashion and why the Dockers ads were so successful. Over the years, several studies have been devoted to this problem, but perhaps the most instructive was done by two psychologists at the University of Wisconsin, Gerald Kupchik and Howard Leventhal. Kupchik and Leventhal took a stack of cartoons, including many from The New Yorker, half of which an independent panel had rated as very funny and half of which it had rated as mediocre. They put the cartoons on slides, had a voiceover read the captions, and presented the slide show to groups of men and women. As you might expect, both sexes reacted pretty much the same way. Then Kupchik and Leventhal added a laugh track to the voiceover. The subjects were told that it was actual laughter from people who were in the room during the taping, and repeated the experiment. This time, however, things got strange. The canned laughter made the women laugh a little harder and read the cartoons as a little funnier than they had before. But not the men. They laughed a bit more at the good cartoons, but much more at the bad cartoons. The canned laughter also made them rate the bad cartoons as much funnier than they had rated them before.
One moment, they were happily munching on their dinner and watching their favorite cartoon show on television. The next moment, hundreds of children across the country were shaking and convulsing and being rushed to hospitals. In a bizarre illustration of the medical effects that television can have on viewers, more than 700 people were taken to hospitals after having been affected by flashing lights on an animated television show broadcast Tuesday night.
I would warn him against the misuse of precious time watching bad TV,
the military fronts,
and rationalizing that he's a media critic.
To defeat the enemy, we must rely primarily on the army with guns.
I would urge him to give careful thought to maintaining the line between his private friendship with public figures and what he might reveal about them publicly.
Army alone is not enough. We must also have a cultural army.
I would be sure to tell young Paul Krasner what I know now about good nutrition,
which is absolutely indispensable for uniting our own ranks.
And most of all, I would advise him to dance his ass off.
And defeating the enemy.
What's your perspective on the media these days?
Since the May 4th movement, such a cultural army has taken shape.
Canned laughter is the lowest form of fascism.
In China.
It is propaganda that falsely, almost subliminally, implies something is funny when it isn't.